Hey guys, LMG here, bringing you our Long Dark Alpha version 1.03 patch notes. Yeah, fresh build came out today as I was talking with Bill Tarling, guy who, backer. He also moderates the forums, does all that work, does very great work. Big part of the forums in the into Hinterland forums website there. But yeah, he's talking about getting this build and testing it tomorrow. First thing we're gonna notice is I got a flare.
Up again.
I kind of got to actually, because for some reason my recording software turned off, so we had to start a new game because save games, as far as I know, do not work with this new build. So if you had an epic run, I'm sorry once again, but yeah, if you have a flare or a lantern, as you'll notice here, one click doesn't do it. You have to hold it down now with the left mouse button. And also the lantern, flares and lanterns. We gotta get going. It's cold. We came up here. Yeah, so we had to start a new game. We spawned out in the clear cut. I did the whole, went through the patch notes already, so we wound up here. Didn't notice it wasn't recording anymore, so. But I just noticed the load times have been optimized now, so that's as we were talking about earlier. Load times. I know the big thing is you notice the player outdoor walking and running speeds have been increased. It's something I've actually noticed pretty much. It's actually a lot better. It's not probably as realistic as probably some would like it, but it is a little bit. We're in 60-70 hours into my gaming through this, so it is a little bit appreciated. So that was a couple things they fixed. And they fixed the geometry clipping issue when kneeling with the rifle. I really didn't notice that so much. We'll have to play around and see, notice that. And the wolf feeding animation alignment has been improved. Which I did notice that, but I didn't think it was a big deal. But another thing, they've updated the latest version of the audio engine. And I think they might have been, might have been a couple bugs. But they believe they've got it all out. But there might be a little patch after this. But yeah, Alan Lawrence, the technical director, he and I talked a long time about this, because you know I was always complaining about hitting lanterns accidentally, so that is something very nice. Nicely done there. And now, yeah, also if I hadn't mentioned, the rifle can only be fired now when you're aiming in the right mouse button. Another thing, I think this might be a little bit of controversial. We'll have to see how far this goes. But dehydration, freezing, starvation, and fatigue have all been tuned to be slightly more forgiving. Now I'm saying I don't know if this is like kind of like a nerf before early access on Steam, because you know you don't want people going, oh, it's too hard. But we'll have to see. I don't know about that. And now I think your calories can now go into the negative, up to a threshold. So I'll have to explore this in my Long Dark gameplay video number 29. We'll be going through all that as I break that down for you. Other thing they changed now, they now have changed the wolf attack. It results in blood loss and infection risk up to 24 hours, it looks like. So not a chance of immediate as in before. Just say the running. Yeah, the running is definitely a lot faster than it was before. But yeah, the infection risk is by applying antiseptics. So if you get a wolf attack as far as that, you want to apply it down to antiseptics anyway, just in case. Because the wounds can become infected up to 24 hours after they have been inflicted. But to counteract that, they have increased the frequency of antiseptic spawning in containers there. And we're just heading down to the log cabin. This will probably will start the next video after that, but I don't think I might want to check. You know, I know that I have a map where I have all the wildlife spawns, the wolf spawns, everything, all that spawns. Some of the wildlife spawns are now more random, so we're not safe as we thought we were. But I kind of like that, to make it a little more random, because it was kind of getting into routine a little bit there. And they fixed some harvesting exploits. Exploits, I can't really tell you which. Somebody else may be able to tell you. They're more aware of. I did not, unfortunately, catch those. Oh. They fixed the bugs where gear left on the ground would decay at an accelerated pace. Which I had noticed that, but. And they think they actually fixed an issue where lantern fuel being burned by unlit lanterns across the saber load. I actually did notice that. Oh, look at that sun coming down there. Pretty nice. And they did add a motion blur effect to accentuate. If you're in a very low condition, you get the motion blur now, which actually I play the forest, and that is just, ugh. They have motion blur. I automatically turn that off. Oh, crap. Okay, we're gonna go. We're gonna use our enhanced running speed. Nah. We're gonna go around and across the other side. And that's another thing I was talking about in the live stream on Thursday also was when trying to, because I had 2 rifles, the other one was at 100%, I wanted to use the ammo on that, but you can't get the ammo out of the other rifle. So now if you harvest a rifle or lantern, keep in mind with the lantern, you've also got to have, oh god, that's kind of scary, he's kind of close, but I'll go after these 2 deer just hanging around. I don't know, they might have been up to something. Oh, not quite PG-13 there. Huh. But yeah, you gotta have a jerry can in your inventory if you want to get the fuel out of the lantern if you're harvesting that. So that's a little more realistic. I like that. Oh, we got a guy here. Nice. And now they increased the fuel produced from forging to 2 units an hour from 1. I'm not quite sure if that's a typo. Well, it's in, but I never get forging. I never found fuel before, so we'll have to see. And we gotta be careful because I'm pretty sure that wolf is pretty dang close. Oh god. Okay, he is really close. Ah, get in the door. Get in the door. Probably hang out here for a while. Woo! Actually, yeah, it's getting, the wind's picking up too, so that's a good thing. Getting a little dark. This is a little longer in the night there. But we did make it safely through the night. Yeah, now the cannover bird can also be harvested. Another thing, they had some HUD options to your display settings if you go into the repeating those. Now they have normal debug, so if you want to see taking screenshots and also show you where you are on the map and all that. And disabled is kind of good for using screenshots and trailer footage and all that. And they did change the wildlife feeding behavior. It's more persistent between save and loads now. And now your default field of view, I always set mine to 90 if you notice in my videos. I like the 90-degree angle, 90 degrees. But now the default field of view has now been set to 80. Okay, nothing. But I want to know, you guys, the big thing to take away from this video, if anything, is now lantern, you're not gonna hit stuff by accident. You gotta hold that down with the left mouse button. And also with the rifle, you're gonna have to be. Yes, I know you're cold, Mark. It's easy. We'll check out the stats too. Can't really tell if that's tuned more or less. It's slightly more forgiving, but we'll have to see. As they do say, this stuff's always in a constant state of flux, so you never know. Could be a patch tomorrow to change all that. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think. It might be slightly more forgiving now. We're gonna have to play through and see here. As this is just out today. But alright guys, be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and I will be bringing you, as always, coverage of The Long Dark. One of my premier games here. Love it, backed it. Great always. And that will be coming out on September 22nd there, early access. I will bring you all the news up to that and on opening day there. Have a lot of fun. Alright guys, that's enough of me, and I will see you guys in the next video.